So this is our poop. This is pee. This is shower, pee, poo. Okay.
Yeah.
So, this is the intro for the video. Hey everyone, so I played through all the boring parts and I'm just going to explain to you what people said via holograms so that we can get to the cool part, because a lot of people were saying the gameplay was boring.
Which I think that it's fun if you're like just playing through it and like
No,
chilling
I
out.
was genuinely having fun by myself. Just chilling like a villain.
Yeah.
But basically, I went to this landscape. It was a barren, desolate world. And I started building roads and all this stuff. And once I was able to connect to the network, I could get access to everybody else working on the area too. So instead of it being a barren wasteland that's really difficult to get around in, now it has a highway. And I have a bike, and I can do all these different things. It's super cool. And basically the storyline of this area, which I know you guys are thinking, Mari, we missed the storyline. I promise you, it really wasn't that interesting. It was interesting to me because it took me 5 hours to do it. But basically, you go to different people, they say, I don't really trust Fragile. I don't know if she's part of this whole terrorist movement. And then you do a bunch of stuff for her company, and they say, well, maybe she's alright, whatever. And
whoa, this is like a whole like raised highway too.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. But you basically put resources into things and into thingies, and they make the highway. It's awesome, and it like 3D printers out the highway. It's pretty cool.
Wow.
And also there was this guy who said, "Oh, can you get me my tools from this area?" And I thought it was really important. I go there, and it's one of the rainbow BT areas. That means there's a boss fight there. I kill the boss, get rid of all the BTs, come back, and he's like, "Oh, I didn't even think that you could do that. Like, I thought you were gonna fail." And I was like, "So you thought I was gonna die?" He's like, "Thanks for these tools. I know I could just print them out and get new ones." I was like,
wow.
You could have just printed them out and you were gonna let me die? Fine, whatever. So anyway, I did all the things and made everybody happy, and now this place is fully developed. Oops, wrong way. Sorry, I was trying to give everyone like a good look of the area.
I wonder if anyone's watching.
Also, I went back to that one place. See that rainbow over there? Mm-hmm. That means like tons of BTs.
Oh, so they're asking, was the road a community thing, or did you just build the road?
It's both. It's a community thing, and I helped to build the road. So yeah, it's a community thing. But I wonder if the people who reviewed this game never got access to a full-fledged community, so therefore they didn't get to have all these things that made the game much more enjoyable.
Yeah, well, and a lot easier, I would think, too. Rather than, like... Because even, people were saying, like... I saw some people talking about how there were a lot of review copies out, and so, like, people that played, like, the early copies, like, they did have some community aspect to it.
But I'm getting the access to thousands of people's stuff.
Yeah.
Rather than 100, Also, these roads, they recharge all of my bikes, and I got an exoskeleton for my legs.
Oh yeah, did you put in the code?
Yeah, I did. No,
yeah.
It's just a color variant for the exoskeleton. It's not that cool. Whoa, dude! Oh, someone put a keep on keeping on there. Also, I spoke to my boyfriend, and he said that he likes to kill the bandits who like to steal from you. Mm-hmm. And that turns them into BTs and makes the area where you killed them into a BT area.
Oh.
Yeah. And I was like, okay, well, I'm just never going to kill him. And I've only, so far, I've only gotten non-lethal weapons, which I think is a good idea. So that's where we need to go over there. Fragile said to meet us over there for lunch, and we also have a delivery package thing.
So we're gonna meet her for some lunch at Panera.
Ooh, you see this thing right here? This builds roads, and I guess this just hasn't been made yet, or I'm off the grid. Yeah, hold on. Yeah, I'm outside the grid of influence. So all these areas over here, since I connected it to the network, that means I have access to everybody else playing the game. And I have all the things that they built. Now I'm coming off the grid.
Because we haven't been to this place yet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I want to get over here. But basically, this thing builds a road. Oh, let's see how much more I need. It needs crystals and whatever. So I'm just going to contribute to it because then people will like that I did that. I don't have any ceramics even though it's really close. So let's say someone plays this in a month. They're probably going to have more access to that.
I really like the whole, like, oh, this is, like, a single-player game with a single storyline, and yet there is still, like, a community aspect that is, like, entirely cooperative. It's not, you know?
I have a theory on how this works in terms of it becoming part of the game. So when you talk to something like this, you go like this.
Anybody hear me?
It's his own voice, and sometimes he'll say, "My name is Sam." He says, "Hey, my name's Sam too."
Yeah.
And when they're talking about how there's you get
Multiverse.
connected to the multiverse.
Yeah.
I think the reason why Sam, the main character, is known as for being such a good delivery guy is that once the Chimera network is set up,
The Chimera Network.
whatever is set up, he can see it. And he can see all these things. I don't think anybody else can. Or he benefits from the multiverse while other people don't.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I think. But it also relates back to PT, where they were talking about multiple universes, and there's a baby that makes the same sound as the baby from PT. And the bag with the dead body in it says, "Watch out, there's a gap in the door. I'm the only one who's me, but are you sure the only you, what you is you?"
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's somewhat connected. So I gotta think about how I'm gonna get over here. I'm gonna have to go by foot, I think.
Well, what about that? Oh, is that a river, that big thing?
Yeah,
right
it's
there?
a river. So I don't know if I'm gonna be able to drive. Because I was looking at reviews of people saying, like, well, once you get vehicles, it's so much harder. Like, it's not even worth doing. And I was like, I don't think they had access to the roads.
Yeah.
Because the whole point of this is just to have roads, and then you're supposed to walk through the harder parts and then later come back with roads to make transportation a little easier. Okay, hold on. Because this is hard right here
Yeah.
to do on a bike. So I might just have to abandon the bike.
Yeah.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Well, yeah, and like traversing up the. Oh god! Oh god!
I'm fine. So I think I'm gonna have to take the rest of the thing by foot, and I'm just gonna leave that there.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's hope this is not too deep. Maybe I can put a ladder here. Hold on. Doo-doo. The thing about this is that I don't know how deep it is, so I don't want to risk falling in it. So now I'm leaving the network, disconnected from chiral network. So now I no longer have the help of everybody else around me.
Yeah.
And here's another bridge, road building thing, I think. Also, those things on my legs help me carry more, so it makes things a lot easier. The first part of the game is really hard because you don't have a lot of this stuff.
Well, I mean, we had read reviews of people saying, like, oh, like, the first, 10 hours or whatever is kind of a slog, but then things kind of get not only more interesting, but also, like, I mean, it's like with a lot of things, it's like I just remember, like, in combat games, it's like where you spend the first part of it with, like, a single gun, or like just bashing people with your fists, and then like once you get to the end of it and you have like fucking grenades and finishing moves, and like you basically turn it. I'm thinking of like specifically Tomb Raider right now, and you basically turn into like Rambo by the end of it, and the combat gets a lot more fun.
But you feel like you've earned it.
Yeah.
Let's see. This goes to the engineer, and I don't feel like carrying it, so I'm gonna leave it. So I leveled up people liking me more, and they allowed me to have access to better schematics for stuff.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say the better likes.
Also, that guy who made me go to that monster area, I ended up delivering like high like performance underwear, and I was like, what kind of sharts are you doing that you need specially made underwear for your ass?
Oh, and if you scan the river, it shows its depth.
Oh, it does?
Oh, look.
Oh, that's helpful.
Thank you. Does the exoskeleton make your walk more stable?
Yes, it makes it a lot easier. It feels that way. I don't know if there's an actual stat.
Verifying ID. Clear. Weapons detected. All weapons will be locked until departure. Cargo verified. Thank you.
Okay, so you see how there's a road thing over there?
Yeah.
I can just loot this place. Well, not really loot it, but
I'm gonna steal all your stuff and build
take
roads.
all their materials and help contribute to that road.
Oh, two wives from the UK here. We love you both.
Oh, yay!
Thank you, Vixie Sal.
Am I at the place? Yeah.
Lou Meg says, I'm so glad you guys are playing this. I was so undecided on whether I would like this, but this playthrough is definitely convincing me. I think that, like, if this type of gameplay scratches your itch, then this is, like, good.
No, last night when I was playing it by myself, I was like, God, I can't play more because I have to wait for Stacy.
That's how you know it's fun.
I was having, because if I was playing this while trying to be entertaining, I think I would be a little frustrated, but because I was by myself, just enjoying the world and the feeling and all that stuff, I was like, this is fun. Like, I'm having a good time.
And when you abandon bikes, you can go back.
Yeah, you can go get them. And you can just build a new one. Like,
Yeah.
it's not a big deal.
You're Sam Porter then? Been expecting you. We were told you'd help with the fault testing too. But before we get to that, let's see how she's doing.
By the way, we had to buy the game ourselves, so we're not, like, being shills.
Yeah, not at all.
Got nothing
We
bad
actually
to say.
bought 3 copies of it, so. Between the two of us.
We're like, we gotta make sure we have it.
Yeah, and like all this stuff, because like we have like all this stuff. We bought it all.
We have the babies and everything.
Yeah.
I've also found out it's faster to just spam.
Yeah.
Press X.
Spam the button.
Alright,
These bots aren't designed to operate outside the network service area. So let's get the distro center linked up already.
I like how we're just standing around still with all the stuff on our back.
it's fine.
Marin has a PS4 Pro. I have the Death Stranding PS4 Pro now. But we both have a PS4 Pro. Mari's is just the regular one.
I bought it used.
I think that was a very smart decision, though, because I just kind of wonder if some parts of this would
And
be...
there it is.
Chugging?
Yeah.
I'll start prepping for the tests. You sit tight and wait for HQ to ring.
Much obliged, Sam. Now the bots can enter the final phase of testing. I designed them myself, you know. My hope is that they'll lighten the load a little bit. Unlike human porters, if one goes down, it won't cause a void out. Before the Death Stranding, scientists used to fret over the singularity, the possibility that someone might create an AI smarter than any human. But it never happened. Machines don't cause void outs. can't die. They don't have beaches. No matter how far they come, machines will never understand death like we do. And because of that, they'll never truly surpass us. Get on the delivery terminal. I'll walk you through how to use the bots. And don't worry, I'll keep an eye on things from over here.
What if they surpass us because they don't cause void outs, and that wouldn't be a problem anymore? Owned.
These autonomous delivery bots are designed to process some orders for you. Simple, run-of-the-mill orders only. Take a look at what's available.
That's awesome. So now you don't even have to do.
Now we don't have to play the game.
Is liable to get a little roughed up if the road's poor. On the flip side, a bot traveling on a well-maintained road is more likely to deliver cargo in better shape.
So it's
Also
probably
faster, in case it wasn't obvious.
so
Keep
now
that
that
in mind when sending them out.
so remember when I had those roads built, the bot's probably not going to do a very good job if it has to go through what I went through.
Yep.
So it's better, I think, if I claim some material. Damn it. Okay, it's saying like I basically have to do this right now.
Yeah. But you can just... Cool. To me, this game is something you want to dive into after a harsh day when you just want to take things slow and easy but still get invested in the world.
Holy shit. Is that my boyfriend?
Wow. And yeah, I think that's...
He's just a baby.
Aww. Oh my god.
Look, I'm go! He's just happy
Do
to
you
go.
hear him?
I'm upset that I'm
He's like...
He's just happy to do it.
Now we wait for the delivery bot to reach its destination. As of today, there's just one. But if the test succeeds, we'll move ahead with mass production. Then you'll be able to dispatch them yourself. Oh, seems I misspoke. We managed to slap together another delivery bot for field testing. You can decide how to use this one. Sorry, baby's fussing again. Thanks, Sam. We'll talk later.
Good work, Sam. These autonomous delivery bots will benefit everyone, from folks in cities and way stations to preppers out in the back and beyond. But you must be exhausted. Why not take a break? I bet your BB could probably use one too. Head for the private room. Go on.
I remember in the trailer that woman named Mother. She had like a she had like a ghost baby connected to her stomach. It was like a ghost baby. So maybe she's like, sorry, ghost baby's fussing. You know how it is when your baby's a ghost.
I like our bot. Our
Yeah,
bot
he's just
boy.
a baby.
He's so cute. Did you hear him singing? He was like...
That's what makes it good. I'm ready. Hi, I'm going. Is he okay?
Are any of us?
I like the little detail that he has the straps like rubbing on his skin. Uh-oh. Oh, don't peep, dude.
Well, wouldn't you be wondering who the fuck it is in your room?
I think it's fragile. Don't make it sexy. Make it like her washing her ass. Remember she said that her whole body was touched by the...
Yeah. That she got soaked from, like...
head to neck to bottom.
Yeah.
One time I want to see like a sneaky shower scene and they're just fully washing their butthole or something.
Sorry, didn't mean to startle you. You were sleeping when I dropped by. Thanks for the shower.
You could have asked, but whatever.
Right. Look, I gotta ask. I've been hearing things about you.
Oh, everyone says she's a terrorist.
She's in bed with terrorists. Don't trust her. She's just another dumbass Higgs fucked over. She's a goddamn hero, that woman. Tell me, Sam, what does America mean to you? Way my dad made it sound, we were something special. The glue that held it all together. More than a nation. A symbol of freedom and hope. We could bring it all back if we kept on making deliveries and connecting people. He was sure of it. I was a wreck after he died. That's when Heeks made his pitch. Together, we can run packages from sea to shining sea. Back then, he had a monopoly west of here. We both stood to gain a lot from a partnership. Business was pretty good at first. But then, a year ago, when those fanatics started stirring up trouble, fuckers hijacked our system. Somehow, they got a hold of our security passes and used them to sneak into cities. And just like that, we're delivering guns and bombs instead of medicine, and I didn't even know. We were just cogs in a terrorist machine. Higgs was behind it all. And on top of that, he got his hands on an old-school nuke that I ended up carrying right into Middle Knot City.
You tell me then?
Yeah. It was me.
Those are real tears this
Yeah.
time,
I
I
blew it
think.
up.
Oh, she didn't do it on purpose.
Could have been different if I wasn't so fucking blind. So I did everything in my power to stop South Knot City from getting destroyed. I tried to get the nuke out of the sea. But Higgs was one step ahead. He took his pound of flesh and then some. Some wounds. They don't heal. Whatever time I've got left, the rain took. So there you have it. Everything's true. Except for all the lies. I don't give a damn about bridges or putting America back together. But I'm not about to let Higgs and some terrorists take my father's legacy and shit all over it. That's why I came to you. So, trust me now? I'll be there for you, Sam. All you have to do is call.
I've been seeing a lot of comments on YouTube, people saying that why is this game so centric on America and blah blah blah. I don't think this game is trying to say that America's good or
No.
anything. It feels as if this game is about being a pawn in a larger machine that sucks. That's how I feel.
Yeah, and like how different people have different ideas about like what it is that a country is supposed to represent. Because everybody is kind of operating on their own what's that word? Like their own like motivations for doing things, and so like people keep talking about like the country and bloody blue blue, and it's like people talk about that a lot in real life, and it's like, you know, just because people are saying the same things doesn't mean that they're referring to the same things, you know. And if somebody says like, oh, America is this or represents this, like, they're not necessarily any more right than somebody else who's saying that it means something different.
I know. I just sometimes, you know, everybody's
Nice.
experience of this game is valid, but except for when you're wrong and you disagree with me. But I feel as if a lot of people playing this game are not realizing that just because the protagonist is working for someone doesn't mean that they're the good guy.
No.
So yeah, it bothers me.
Well, it's a lot of the stuff, a lot of the things that have bothered me about people's takes on this game have been people that are taking it like extremely at face value. Like, even with like the names, you know, where people are like, oh, but like the women's names, like they're like, you know, like they're insulting. And I was like, I don't think that they're presented as a good thing.
Yeah, none of these things are presented as good things at all.
They're not presented as good things. And also, the same thing with like the still mothers and like so many of the concepts in this game. Like, I don't think that like
they're being depicted as really terrible things.
Like the treatment of the bridge baby, you know, it's like all of this stuff is presented in a way where you can. I felt like it was pretty obvious that like the people in the game are really like desensitized to the shitty things that they're doing. Mm-hmm. And God, if as a viewer you can't figure that out.
Not people in our comments. They're more woke.
You're all smart.
You're all smart. But I just see people on Twitter being like, I can't believe they put bridge babies in this game, and it's so horrible that these... I'm like, yeah, they're being shown as how these people are taking advantage of and hurting other people, and it's just so normalized that nobody really gets it because they all live in a shit world. Mm-hmm. Do you... God, like...
Why is there piss grenades? What is a piss grenade?
Okay, so apparently Norman Reedus's, aka Sam's, body fluids hurt the BTs, which are ghosts.
Yeah, which are like ghost monsters.
So when you have a soul, the soul goes to the other world, and then they become monsters or whatever.
Oh my God! Should we put? You don't want to put on our super cool sunglasses?
Hold on, I want to change the color.
Yay, our chaos queens think we're smart. It's like one of those science fiction shows where the protagonist is a time traveler or something and is all, what the fuck, why is this fucked up, except there's no protagonist from modern Earth. Yeah.
They're all shit. And I think that's pretty much a theme in all of the Metal Gear Solid games, where the main protagonist is just a cog in a shit machine. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. It really bothers me that, especially the guy who wrote the game about brood mothers. Like, what are you talking about? And he's like, but in my game it's seen as a bad thing. And I'm like, yeah, rape being bad is not a hot take. You had like 3 storylines of women particularly getting raped in your first game. So don't like act like you're better than them. Mm-hmm. I respect your rape storylines is what they were, but don't act like you're better than putting rape in your game.
Yeah. And as the chat is pointing out, this game is like clearly meant to be a dystopia.
Yeah.
So like, I don't know. And of course, like, you know, there's going to be people that play this game and they don't, you know, look into any of the, like, they don't really care about any of that stuff, and that's fine. Like, you know,
I think if you're a writer for Dragon Age, you should know, like, you should be able to think about this. And I'm not even trying to say cancel him or anything. I'm disagreeing, and I wish I could just disagree strongly without it being a war about it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I just want to say I disagree strongly. I still respect them as a writer and a game creator and all these different things. I just disagree strongly about this one point, and it doesn't need to be we all go and harass him about it or tell him he's stupid or whatever. I just want to say I strongly disagree and I think you're stupid without it just becoming an all-out war. You know, I just wish we could do that. So don't.
Well, I mean, but like, I don't know that. So one of the issues, like, though, with saying that is that, like, if a whole bunch of people strongly disagree, then, like, it turned, you know?
Yeah, no, I get it. I just, sometimes when I see people, I just don't want it to be elevate to, okay, now you're canceled. Not that I disagree with cancel culture. I'm just saying maybe, you know, there's a happy medium. Mm-hmm. You know, just cancel a little bit, not too much.
Well, I think that's the difference between, like, you know, voicing your displeasure versus harassing someone off the internet.
Yes. You know? Yes. Oh, we're about to get a Mads cutscene. Maybe. I like how it's like we're getting downloaded into AOL dial
Yeah.
up when we hear it. This is our dad.
We've got our disc that came in the mail.
POV, my dad carries me. Mpreg. I'm Mpreg from Mads. So there was one cutscene that we missed out of the 5 hours that I played. It was like 5 seconds long. Mads comes in and he says, I could have protected. I was
Hey,
stupid
Sam,
for.
those new sites you've brought into the network have helped us to restore more of our archives. Unfortunately, I still haven't managed to dig up anything about the BB's origins. And I'm completely locked out of BB-28's service record. If I could at least access that, I might be able to tell you why you've been experiencing those strange episodes.
I don't want you to know.
Well, I'll keep at it. You do the same.
Sam, check the terminal for available orders.
What was I saying before the guy interrupted me? Oh,
The
Mads
cutscene.
came and he said I wasn't able to protect her. I was stupid to think I could protect her, and his face is all beat up and he's drunk. And he drinks a bottle of whiskey with Moby Dick on it.
Eavesdropping again.
It's all in your cuff logs. And with the aid of the Cairo network, we were able to restore Middle Knot City's regional archives. The records corroborate her story.
Don't need you to tell me what's true and what ain't.
Yeah.
I could hear it in her voice. Son of a bitch fucked her over good.
No reservations about working with her then, I hope.
Good news, Sam. The bot you sent out made it to its destination.
Yay!
The test was a success. Got another one prepped for you to use. Take you with my thanks.
Let's send our bot. Let's send the bot. Send the bot.
We can't right now.
Damn it! I'm just like so
Sam.
excited because it's so cute.
Sometimes other porters will return Bridges' vehicles to the garage. They're for everyone, so feel free to use them if you want.
Oh, hell yeah. So now I don't even need to make shit. I can just steal other people's shit. But right now, I want to grab a bunch of clay materials. Just gonna take literally everything right now. And go run over to that road.
And yeah, definitely.
Have a pleasant journey.
So you see how the battery at the bottom left? So I'm not using any batteries right now because I'm on the thing.
Uh-huh.